All right, we good? How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a couple of parents. How good? How are we all today?
Good.
Excited to be here on your school holidays, I'm sure. To listen to me talk about some stuff that you guys probably didn't sign up for, yeah? I will try to be as entertaining and informative as possible. If you guys have questions, okay, please feel free to ask. Like we just had someone ask what is S&C. We'll probably go into that, but it means strength and conditioning, okay? Perfectly understandable thing not to know if you didn't know, but we now have that answer. So today, guys, we have 2 presentations for you, okay? Presentation number 1. Now, don't get too crazy about it. It's not going to be that bad. I won't be trying not to talk for too long on both. I understand that attention spans are small, okay? So presentation 1 will probably take us around 40 to 45 minutes max, okay? It's got a quarter of it cut out because that's what we're going to be talking about next, what is dry land warm-ups, okay? So first up, we're going to talk about why is essence strength and conditioning or strength training super important for you guys as swimmers or as just growing individuals, okay? Then we'll be talking about how you can apply a dry land warm-up to every session that you do before you get in the water and why you should be doing that, okay? Does that sound cool? We'll then go outside. We'll probably actually be able to do it here, to be honest, and I will take you through a dry land warm-up that I give to all my athletes up in Perth and the rest of the guys I work with across the country, okay? Sound good? And then you'll be able to do that and go for it. Does that sound good? We're good. Cool. Any questions so far? No? Awesome. Now, guys, if you haven't read the bottom of the board, my name is Ryan Evenden. Okay, I am once upon a time, I grew up in Bunbury. I started at Golden West Dolphins, what is now apparently called Australind Swimming Club. So that's how old I am. They've changed their name. Then I moved to Bunbury. I was a state captain for state short course, so school sport and stuff like that. I've been an age group finalist. I was forced to take about 18 months out of swimming when I turned 18, or when I was in year 12 for an ACL injury, this is where I kind of started really getting into strength training and stuff like that and how that might be beneficial, okay? When I was out with my knee, I was very much trying to figure out how can I get back as quickly as possible, and when I get back, how can I be as strong as possible and get the most out of it straight off the bat, because I'm quite an impatient person, okay? I'm not one to hang around and wait for results to happen. I tend to go out and try and get them, okay? What's probably why I've done fairly well in swimming and a few other things, okay? So over that 18 months, obviously I did some gym work as my rehab to make sure my knee got nice and strong again, and then I integrated that back into the pool and ended up moving to Perth, swam in Perth, qualified for Open Nationals, PB, had a great time. Kept swimming until about 2016, okay? All right, so I've swam at Open National level, I've swam at Olympic trials. I've got to about 6th place out of the whole of Australia in the 200 metre breaststroke, okay? That's my swimming life, okay? My next bit of life was as a strength coach or as a swimming coach, so I've done both, okay? I've been a strength coach since 2012 2016, sorry, but I've been coaching on pool deck since about 2012. I started in Bunbury coaching juniors, and then when I moved up to Perth, I kept doing it, okay? So I'm in quite a unique position where I've got a very strong understanding of both the swimming coaching side of things and the S&C side of things and being able to bring those two together, okay? Sound good? Not bored yet? Cool. Something that's more cool or cooler is the kind of results that we've had as part of Formidable Strength and Conditioning over the years, okay? So over the years, I've helped over 100 people qualify for nationals. 35 medalists is probably about 25 medals to understating it. We're about 50 medalists at national level, okay, across open water to pool events and some other sports as well. And we've had 3 Olympians. On top of that, we've also had 5 world records broken by our swimmers, okay? Mostly in ultramarathon swimming.
Are they mostly based in WA or?
All of them were based, all of those guys were based in WA, yeah, okay? I've also coached people in the US. We're currently coaching a national open level swimmer in the UK, and I've also worked with a few other countries and over East as well, okay, as part of our programs. Okay? And really what we're trying to do here, and that's why I'm here, is as part of the ethos of the company, what is Formidable, we want to give all swimmers access to elite level services, okay? Opportunities and support so they can realise their potential, okay? Who here wants to swim faster? Yeah? Seems like a silly question, right? Because otherwise, why are you swimming? Why are you doing here? Yeah? But realistically, I've asked that same question to guys who wanted to break a world record, and they said yes. Okay? So if you think about it in that kind of context, yeah? What you want and what guys who are probably at nationals right now want is the same thing. They just want to swim faster. Okay? So my opinion of that is, well, if you guys want the same things, you probably should be trying to do the same things to get there. Does that make sense? And there shouldn't really be any reason why you guys down in Busselton shouldn't get access to the same things that the guys up in Perth get in terms of information around S&C, access to it, people that know what they're talking about. That sound fair? Sound reasonable? Cool. I tend to think so, and that's a big reason why I did it, because I experienced it in Bunbury. Okay? Okay, let's start talking about strength training. Okay? Now, what are some of the things, have you ever heard any of these things before in regards to what strength training might have an effect on you? Negatively. Has anyone ever heard that strength training might make you heavy in the water? No? Good. Have you ever heard that building muscle might make you slow? No? Excellent. We're in a very good position here. You need to do exercises that replicate swimming for it to actually work. You've heard that one before?
Yeah, I have heard that one.
Yeah, cool. We can.
Well, I don't know if you need to, but it maybe is beneficial to do the exercises that are replicate.
Cool. And what would that look like for you?
Like I've seen a lot of this work with the bands.
Yeah.
You know, the dryland bands doing the
Yeah.
that breaststroke action or the pull
Yeah.
freestyle. Yeah. I suppose when you think about it, like anything that's building muscle is going to be the same kind of muscle that you're building while you do.
Yeah. And we'll get into it in a second, okay? But that's a really big one at the moment as well, because it looks popular on social media most of the time that people try to do. The fact of the matter is, generally is not as effective as the way that we would like to do it because we've tried it. Okay. The gym causes injuries. Has anyone heard that the gym is a place that you're going to get busted up in? Most likely. No. This is great.
I have.
Yeah. People talk about it all the time. Don't go do gym, it will stunt your growth, it will make you, you'll hurt yourself, all these different things, yeah?
Especially at this age, like
Yeah.
some of these kids are only 10, 11.
Yeah. There was a study done in the US, okay, and I wish I could find it, so don't ask me to cite it later. But there was a study done in the US, yeah, and they compared all physical activities in high school athletes and their injury rates. Swimming was the second, not swimming, going to the gym was the second lowest one in terms of per person who does it and their injury rate. Reasons I believe that is the case, the gym can be really controlled when done really well. The US is very big on that kind of stuff. It's very different to over here, okay? So when they do gym, like their whole sporting team will go into the gym and they'll all have a coach and it's all very professional over there, okay? But you can control a lot of things in the gym. Like the movement can be very controlled, the amount of weight you put on is very controlled, the way you do things can be very controlled, okay? So you have a lot of really good opportunities to have a lot of controlled variables where, do any of you guys play footy or any other sports? Yeah? It's okay, I'm all for it at your age, okay? How much control do you have of other people coming in to tackle you or take the ball off you? Not a lot, do you? Apart from what you can manage yourself and way you can move to get out of those situations, right? So you can't really affect someone coming in and giving you a big crunching tackle, or say soccer, someone sliding in, or someone doing netball and bumping you off the ball and you falling over and hurting something, right? Okay? You don't get that in the gym unless you're training with a bunch of idiots, okay? So my advice to you on that is don't train with idiots. That make sense? Everyone following along? Good. Good. Has anyone heard that all you need to get stronger is body weight exercises? No? Sweet. Because you'll hit a body weight exercises are great, but you hit a plateau pretty quick. Are there any other things that you may have heard of from the gym? Like, what do you guys hear about the gym, but why the gym wouldn't be beneficial to you guys? Or,
I think what I've just heard is probably with like is there an age not an optimal age?
yep, to get started.
Yeah.
Okay, so how old are you guys in the room?
Who's the youngest?
Who's the youngest?
Right. No, he's
11?
So 11's probably the youngest.
11, cool, sweet. We've had people training with us since the age of 8. Okay?
And weight training?
They progress to weight by the age of 8.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's some things about that though. We're in a we don't do that now. And it's not because I think it's unsafe. I don't think they're not going to get any benefit of it. Just the location we are now in, because I don't own my own space anymore. We moved into someone else's space. They don't let us do it. Okay? So that's the reason we don't have people under the age of 12 anymore. Okay? However, when doing it, that 8 to 12 range can be hugely beneficial in terms of teaching them motor patterns, teaching them how to move, teaching them how to do squats, hinge movements, pulling, pressing, all of these kind of things. It can be very beneficial for early development of those things. And then you just have to progress it really slowly. Like you would progress anyone really slowly when they just started, because they're learning something for the first time. Okay? I found that 12 is probably a great age to get started if you can access a gym yourselves and you have someone that is competent and knows what they're doing to supervise you. Is a really great age to start because it gives you a really good baseline before you guys go through anything like puberty or anything like that, to be able to measure off and go from there. Does that answer that question? Yeah. And then you can kind of build from that. Most gyms aren't going to let you in until you're about 16. What's the issue? Okay, so you're probably not going to get access. However, there are programs that you may be able to access, and we can definitely send you our options if you needed to. It's not why I'm here, but we can, of what you can do before that age comes to, okay, if you wanted to. Okay, cool. So here's the reality on some of those things that we just talked about, okay? Strength training will only make you heavier if you train to be heavy, okay? So back on that last slide, we had a thing that said strength training will make you heavy, okay? Strength training will make you heavy, okay, if you train to become heavy, okay? So if you train with the mindset that you want to put on muscle mass and get stronger and get really heavy and turn into a bit of a bodybuilder, you will probably feel heavier in the water, okay? If you train, however, to become faster in the water, have a better power to weight ratio, and all those other things, you will not feel heavier in the water even if you gain weight, okay? Does that make sense? It's very much about the way you train is the way that is what you're going to get out of this, okay? It's not so much about strength training will make you heavy, okay? Strength training will make you heavy if you train in a way that will make you heavy. Strength training will also make you feel really light in the water and really fast while packing on muscle if you train in that way, okay? It's about knowing what to do, okay? Same thing with it will make you feel slow, or strength training can make you slow in the water, okay? Muscles are your engines for developing force, okay? Does everyone understand what I'm talking about there? Okay? You've got arms like this. The stronger you make your arm, the more you can pick up. Does that make sense? The more times if you can do a pull-up, you can pull down with more speed and power. So you could probably apply that to the water and get faster and be able to apply more to the water. Does that make sense? If you can apply more force to the water, do you think you'll have a higher potential to go faster? Yes. Okay? So therefore, the stronger you get and the more muscle that you may have, the more opportunity that you have to go faster in the water. You just then have to train to convert that across. What is something that we'll talk about later. Okay? Everyone's still with me at this point? Understanding? Cool. And the main thing that you'll find out later is I'm very passionate about this. There is nothing more specific that you can do than actually swimming for your training. Okay? Strength training is great, yeah? You can do a million different things in the gym and you'll probably get better and stronger and faster, okay? However, if you focus too much on that and focus too much on doing exercises that look like swimming instead of actually just doing swimming, you're not going to get better at swimming, okay? Everyone understand that? It's going to get hammered through to you over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Okay? Make sense? I'm definitely not one of those people that think strength training is the be all and end all here. Okay? Strength training is something that facilitates you guys being able to be in the water longer, have the opportunity to swim faster, and be less injured over time. Okay? And you'll probably hear me talking about that later. All right, so as I said, we'll probably hear about that later. Later is now, okay? Here are our 3 performance pillars that we talk about at Formidable, okay? These are the 3 things that we base all our programming around, whether it's the gym, whether it's our physio team, or if it's our strength team, okay? Today we're going to use the example for the strength team, okay? Number 1, swimming is key, okay? Like I was just talking to you guys about, if you're not in the water, you're not going to get better at swimming. Okay? Just not going to happen. Okay? So my job, or the job of the S&C coach, generally should be to ensure that you guys can swim as much as possible. Okay? How do you think that we do that? Because I'm not adding more sessions to your program and teaching you how to swim in the water, am I? Any ideas? If you're injured or sick, can you go to training? Or can you train? No. Well, you can, but you're not going to train as well, can you? Does that make sense? Or you're not going to be able to do that training session as well as you could do. Okay? So my number 1 job, and the way that we've always made these programs out to be, is my job is to make sure that you guys spend less time injured and less time sick. Okay? The sickness bit is through a bit of education around that 3rd one. Okay, the injured one is about making your joints stronger, making imbalances go away. So differences between your strength levels on your right side to your left side is an example of that. Okay, and making sure that you can get yourself in the correct positions in the water. Sound good?
What would be the main injuries that you'd see in a swimmer?
The main injuries?
Yeah,
shoulders.
Shoulders, yeah.
Number 1, it's always shoulders.
Overuse.
90% of injuries that I've experienced in swimming have been overuse injuries of some form. There's very limited amount that are, an acute impact injury. Okay?
So you're wanting to build the muscle around the shoulders to...
Yeah, so the idea would be build the muscle around, but also create stronger tendons and facilitate healing in the ligaments. Okay? Do you guys understand muscles, tendons, and ligaments? No? Crash course for you, okay? Your muscles, yeah, are the things that make everything move, okay? The tendons are the bit that connect your muscle to your bones, okay? Your ligaments are the things that connect your bones to your bones, okay? Does everyone understand that? Okay? Muscles create movement. Tendons are like spring, reaction, and generally the things that will get angry, overuse. They're the things that get angry when you get an overuse injury. And your ligaments are the things that hold your bones from going boop and falling apart. My knee, for example, when I did my ACL, was a ligament injury, okay? So my ACL was the ligament that goes across your knee here, had detached, so it wasn't holding the bones together. Okay? Sound good? It's not good, but it's rather unpleasant, but it made sense. Yep.
Did you do that for me?
No, I did it playing touch rugby. I did it playing touch rugby at Country Week.
Oh, yeah.
In the first game of the first 5 minutes of my other love sport, my opportunity to play that sport for the first time. What's kind of when you think about it in hindsight, a 200 metre breaststroker with a lot of movement in the knee probably shouldn't be playing touch rugby. But, you know, we live and we learn, don't we? Okay?
Are your joints like a bit hypermobile through all your swimming, or?
I would be naturally on the other end of the scale. I'm probably hypomobile, okay? So less mobile. However, with training and stuff like that, I've managed to get into positions. Obviously, my hips and my tib have the ability to get into that breaststroke kick position quite well. But there was a lot of mobility going into that as well. Okay? Sound good? Is everyone cool with pillar number 1 for now? Yeah? Everyone got a good understanding of what pillar number 1's all about? Good. Pillar number 2 is strength train with purpose. So every time I do any form of strength training with anybody or anything like that, okay, the exercise we pick is carefully picked. The amount of reps that we're doing has a reason behind it. The amount of rest that we're doing has a reason behind it. And what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks is already planned out. So we have a direct purpose of what we're trying to achieve. Okay? Your strength training program, if you do one, should not just be, we do squats because we need to do squats. It's a pretty surface level reason to do a squat pattern. Okay? It could be, we need to do squat because we need to develop, you know, ankle, knees, and hip strength, and make sure that we can produce more force off the walls, increase our breaststroke kick, and progress that in a number of different ways. Or build robustness around your knees and ankles and hips. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand the difference between those two answers there? Okay? One is just you're adding exercises for the fun of it because you think you've got to hit them. The other one is we have a purpose behind this, we have a goal behind this, and we're trying to achieve that goal, and we're going to do what we need to do to get there. That make sense? One doesn't give you a lot of flexibility to make decisions and change. The other one gives you heaps of options. Okay? Sound good? Because the purpose will stay the same, you just can change the exercise to fit that. Sound good? Pillar number 3, optimize recovery to maximize results. How much sleep do you guys get? 10? Great job. Who's getting less than 8? Do you reckon you're getting less than 8 other than now when you're on school holidays and you have a sleep in?
12 hours the other
12 hours? How good? Okay? Sleep is your number 1 way you can recover. Okay? So maybe the amount of time that you're sleeping isn't the important bit, but the quality of the sleep you're getting is probably what you need to focus on. Do you guys all have phones or anything like that? I'm not sure. My parenting style is a bit weird. We're a bit wacky. We don't have screen time or anything like that at the moment for my 2-year-old. What's brave? What's brave, I know, when you're traveling around Australia. So do you guys take your phones to bed with you? Is it stay in the room? No? That's good. When do you turn off your phones before you go to bed? Just as you're about to walk in the room? It's okay. It's okay. You're not my kids. You're not my athletes. I'm not getting you in trouble for this. Okay? These are some of the things. So like, you know, having your phone on 90 minutes before you go to bed and interacting with the screens generally going to affect your sleep. Okay? Who has a room that gets very, very dark and stays very, very dark? Who has a room that when the sun comes up, you get woken up? Or you can get a bit of light coming in? Yeah? Making sure you have a dark environment is also pretty cool. Yeah? Who has a bedroom that gets really hot at night? Nah? Everyone's got aircon? Yes, aircon. Or fans? Yeah, making sure you're staying cool overnight so you can sleep for longer is really important. These are the things that you need to be focusing on. Okay? Another one is, you know, how much water are you guys drinking during training sessions? None? None? You train in the Busselton pool? You guys are indoors sometimes?
Who takes their water bottles to swimming?
Who actually has a water bottle at training?
You do not. Is it empty?
He's done it once.
Guys,
Yeah, only a few take their water bottles.
Water bottle stays in his bag.
let's be a little bit smarter around this, yeah? How long do you guys train for? Hour and a half? With no water? Wow, being all sweaty and gross in the water.
Because they don't see the sweat, that it's not there.
Oh, guys. Okay, sweating while swimming. You sweat way more in the pool than you do if you went for a run. Because you have a pool that is, I think most pools are at 26 degrees, yeah? That's generally where it's going to be at. That indoor pool in Busselton is a bit warmer. Probably about 28 degrees. That's like a bath.
Yeah, most of them are outside.
The outdoor pool's pretty nice and cool.
Still warm though.
Can still get hot.
They still sometimes get
Cold,
replaced.
but like apparently it's
It gets pretty hot, right? It's going to warm you up. You're not going to have an ability to cool. You think that you're in water, so you're cooling down all the time. You're not. You're actually sweating more, okay? You don't have the wind to cool you down as you move past. Your sweat doesn't function as effectively as it should do, okay? You're maintaining a consistent temperature, so you're just elevating heat all the time and sweating lots, okay? Drink water, okay? Just do it. It's not that hard. Just drink water. Who drinks water during the day? Well, thank God for that. So it's just when you go to training and you know you're going to sweat buckets that you don't drink.
How much do you reckon they should be drinking during an hour and a half session? Like at least one water bottle, say like a litre.
I'll drink at least one and then drink one afterwards just to be pretty good. Probably about 2 litres over the 3-hour period. Say if you train for an hour and a half, so you got, because I get it, it's pretty hard to like drink. It can be pretty hard to drink when you're working really hard and everything's really tired, right? Get that, but you guys need to do it, and then if you need to make up for it afterwards, okay? If it's not water, if it's a really hot day, you need some electrolytes as well. So a Powerade or something like that would be the easiest way for you guys to do that, okay? Again, I'm not a nutritionist, so seek your nutritional advice from a trained professional, but these are pretty common guidelines that you guys can go off, okay? Speaking about nutrition and something that I'm not allowed to talk to you guys about realistically, how much do you guys eat? Hopefully lots, okay? Any vegetarians here? It's not a judgment, it's just a... Yeah, Vejo? How are you getting... Do you get your protein in other ways? You don't cook it, okay. I'm sure your mum... Normally vegetarians are very conscious of this, especially if they have kids, okay? So making sure that you're getting enough protein in, okay, should be your number one focus, then fat, then carbohydrates. You need all three, okay? But the order of importance is protein, fats, carbs, okay?
And I'm just bringing it up. I know you're not going to talk about nutrition, but particularly for recovery, am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
particularly for recovery. But also you guys are about to go through, if you're not already, the biggest growing period of your lives since you were a baby and developmental change, okay? It's a lot of stress on your body, and you're also swimming. It's a lot of stress on your body, and you wonder why most people get injured between the ages of 14 to 18. Okay? Especially females. So girls, like as you age from 12 to 18, your joint laxity is going to increase massively, so strength training becomes way more important for you. Guys, you're just going to get tighter, slower, and stupider, so that's going to be okay. All right? But then all of a sudden you start getting smarter again, okay? All right? Make sense? I'm a dude, I can say it. Girls, you're either going to get more flexible or less flexible because you're not strong enough. Okay? It's not a fact that you lost your flexibility, it's because your body is panicking and trying to protect yourself, so it locks the mobility down for you. Okay? You still have all that range of motion, you just don't have access to it, and therefore you get injured. Okay? Kind of like that. There's other factors involved, obviously. Sound good? So make sure you're getting enough food in. There are 3 pillars of recovery. Does anyone see ice baths and stuff like that? Anyone think that that's cool? It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I like an ice bath, okay? Well, I don't really like an ice bath, but I like the idea of an ice bath, okay? I like the idea of massage guns. I like the ideas of going to get massage therapy and stuff like that, yeah? But if you are not focusing on those 3 things, you're wasting your time with those other bits. Okay? If you're not getting enough quality sleep, if you're not hydrating yourself enough, and if you're not getting enough food in, I would throw away the massage gun, chuck the ice bath away, don't get in it, don't get massages, stop everything else, get that stuff done. Okay? And that's the advice we give to all of our guys. Okay? Oh, you got to look.
Turn around.
All right. We're going to go through some steps now, and I am going to get you up, and then you're going to get down, and then we're going to move around, okay? All right, because I get it. I can talk for a while. A lot of this stuff may not be that interested to you. It's okay. So these are the 3 essentials that we look for. It's okay. It's okay. It's not my wife. It's all good. So guys, these are the 3 things that we need to look at when it comes to strength training and building up programs and making sure that you guys are all good, okay? This is the order that we do it in as well, okay? So a lot of people think that because we're a strength and conditioning provider, all we care about is making you guys super strong, okay? It's actually the 3rd thing on my list of things to worry about is the amount of strength that I give you, okay? Number 1 is your range of motion, okay? There are a few key things that you need to be able to do to be a swimmer, okay? Would anyone like to guess at number 1? It involves your arms.
Your shoulder rotation.
And it needs to, well, think about swimming, yeah? What is one position that you all have to get into regardless of the stroke that you're in? Touch your toes. Touch your toes? Oh, I hate the comment.
Torpedo.
You need to be able to get your arms above your head. It is the one thing that every stroke, no matter what you're doing, no matter the discipline, no matter the distance, no matter any of it, that you have to make sure that you're doing. You have to get your arms above your head. Like this. Okay? So I just eyeballed you as I said that. I have no idea what your shoulder range of motion is like. Okay? Everyone stand up. And this will save us time later because we will go over it again in the second presentation as we apply it. Okay? But standing with your arms by your sides for me. I'm going to do it side on for you guys, but you guys can just stand like that. Get your thumbs up, facing forwards. Now, it's nice and slowly, just lift your arms up above your head and reach back as far as you can. Now, see how you just went like this? Yep. You didn't make the sound effects and your back didn't clack as much as mine did, but that's what you did, okay? So guys, I don't want to see hips moving forwards. So it's just like this. Keep your hips in line and get that arm above your head. Does anyone find that hard? You probably need to have your arms straight. Okay? Anyone find that like you get to here and it's like, oh, I've got to push that back a bit more? Yeah, you? Yeah, you come here. Come on. Stand here and face that way for me. That way. Cool. Now, lift your arm above your head for me. Do one. You don't have to embarrass you too much. Do the other one. It's easier for me to explain to people. All right. See that? Is his arm above his head?
Not behind his head, behind.
It's kind of in front, right?
Yeah.
If you go, that's your line. That would make him in line with his head, yeah?
Yeah.
He's not there yet. If we do that, that was pretty, it worked once you did it, didn't it? But see what's happened down here. He's tried to rotate. He's tried to move this in a different way. Okay? What do you think? You can go sit back down, mate. Thank you. What do you think that might be an issue for? His freestyle, his backstroke, his breaststroke, his butterfly. Okay? Because he can't get his arm above his head. Okay? When you're swimming, okay, key thing, if you're doing freestyle, your catch position's here, right? Or it should be. High elbow, pull through. Okay? When you're doing breaststroke, your arms need to go here and then you press out. Okay? You have to have your arm above your head to make that happen. You need to be in this position. Okay? Arm above head, out sweep. Okay? Butterfly, arms above head. Come in here. You're in that position before you catch and pull. Yeah? And backstroke, arm up here. Above your head. Catch position's here. Pull through. And go. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So, if you can only get your arm to here, what do you think is going to happen?
Not as strong.
You are just going to completely miss that front bit of your catch. Okay? All right? It will be the easiest thing you ever fix in your life if you can't get your arm above your head to get your arm above your head. Okay?
And is that just stretching to do that?
No, not quite, but almost. Okay? So what we need to do for that, okay, and let's just keep going on why that's important. If your arm is here and then you go to pull through, You're going to go like that and go like that. And we'll talk about that in the next bit, okay, of what that's happening in that mechanic. But if you can't get it, you can't use it. So you're probably getting you can get drills from your coaches, and they're going to try and get you to have a higher hand position or catch higher elbow, all that crap, yeah? Not all that crap, it's very important stuff, okay? But if you actually physically cannot get your arm above your head, okay, you are not going to have a drill in the world that's going to help you do that. You have to fix the actual problem, what is the mobility issue that you have, okay? Sorry, I'm not picking on you, but this would be useful for you, okay? This will help you decrease your injury rate, but also make you faster in the water. Who wants to go fast? Who wants to go faster? Thank you very much. Everyone raised their hand before. It's great to see that I haven't changed that opinion for people. Okay? So if you want to go faster, stretching and range of motion is important for you. Okay? Stretching would be one way of doing that. So opening up your mobility through different mobility ways, such as, a peanut in the back of your shoulders to open up your thoracic, opening up your shoulder through stretches and other ways, okay? Sounds good? Not going to go into too much detail on that now. I can send stuff through to whoever needs it, okay? The next part is centralize the joint with no T. Great job spelling and my checkers. I've done this presentation 5 times now, and that's the first time I've noticed. And no one else has pointed it out yet. I just assume that people just sit there and whisper to each other. Okay, centralize the joint. Who wants to have a stab in the dark about what that is? No, you don't? Okay, cool. Put your arms up above your head again. And reach as far up as you can. Feel how that's nice and stretched. Your shoulder is up. Okay? Feel that? Now, without bending your elbows, pull your shoulder down. Do you feel like a muscle around there trying to do something? Yeah? Now if you bend your hand, you can use one arm if it's too hard for you guys to coordinate this. Okay? Lift your elbow up, keep the shoulder down, and then keep pulling and keep the shoulder down. You should feel that lat and pec engage the whole way through, yeah? That's centralizing your joint. Now, if you stick your arm up above your head as high as you can, don't pull your shoulder down like we just said and go like that. What do you feel? Absolutely nothing. Yeah? Okay? So teaching you guys how to get that shoulder in the right position for when you engage and pull is going to help you engage your lats and your pecs and all the other really big muscles that help you to develop force. Okay? But mainly, what it's going to do, if you're up here and you can pull your shoulder like that, see how my shoulder doesn't come forwards at any point there. Stays nice and centralized in the joint. See if I do it like this, what's going to happen if you can get your elbow up and you're not down like this? Pull through, okay? And we're using freestyle as a major example here because it's easy for me to explain to you guys. What do you think is going to happen if you're always going through like that or like that? Yeah, you're going to roll that shoulder forwards, that internal rotator is going to get overworked, you're going to have some issues. That overuse is going to happen. But, like what we said before, who wants to swim fast? Or who wants to swim faster? Everyone in this room still? Excellent. It will help you swim faster. Was probably what you guys more care about than will it hurt me later down the line. Okay? As kids. Did you have a question? Looked like you were about to ask one a while ago. No, you good? Everyone following me on this? Everyone's starting to understand this is important and you need to be doing it in some capacity, somehow. Okay? Great. And the last one is develop force. Okay? So once we can get you in the correct positions for the strokes, we can then centralize and stabilize your joints correctly so you can maintain that position and pull through and get good technique and good connection in the water. We then focus on making sure that we can get you stronger so you can do it better and faster for longer. Okay? Build that resilience up so you don't get busted up and it doesn't start falling out of position as you get tired. Okay? Whose stroke goes a bit sloppy? You can sit down, sorry. Good initiative there, boys. You won't do that in a couple of years' time. Okay? Who has slightly sloppy strokes when they get tired? It's okay. I do. Yeah? If we make you stronger, that strength will last longer. Okay? If that strength will last longer, you will get less tired. If you get less tired, your technique will hold up for longer. You will swim faster. You will be able to train for longer. You'll be able to do things better. Okay? What was the key pillar number 1?
Staying in the water.
Swimming is key, yeah? Keeping you guys in the water and swimming well for longer. That's what this is about, is an accumulation of effects that leads you guys to swimming well and swimming fast later down the line. Okay? It is not about just making you stronger so you can jump higher and move faster in one instance. It's about building this stuff up over time so you guys can swim for longer, swim faster, be more effective at training, and then get better results in the competition. Okay? It's how it actually works. Not by getting some bands and doing some stretchy cord activities. Sorry to make you a funny bit about your point earlier.
Oh, I don't do it. I just know it's something that people
Yeah, and it's something that people do all the time, okay? But talking about making it specific, okay, here's how we do that, okay? So this is how we become swimming strong, okay? This is a little system that we developed, okay? So when we're in this general strength phase where we're trying to develop more force, like we just talked about, okay? That would be exercises like a pull-up, for example, a squat. Everyone know what a pull-up and a squat is? Sweet. A pull-up, grab a bar, pull yourself up. A squat, doing a couple of those with some weights. Get it? Cool. They would be a great example of general strength training exercises. Okay? That makes sense? Cool. Yep. General specific would be exercises that will focus more on developing force for those exercises. So, if we have a squat, for example, or a pull down, and we want to make it more specific to the sport of swimming, okay, we could do something like throwing a med ball down on the floor. We could do something like jumping in the air really high, okay? But they're still not specific. We're still not doing swimming, okay? We're still not getting a band and trying to make our technique perfect, okay? That makes sense. We're taking exercises like a squat and a pull-up, and we're making them either replicate the amount of force output that we do, the movement pattern, the speed and intensity, or the duration. Okay, and we're focusing on those 4 things. We're not trying to do all 4 of them because we might as well just get you in the water and swim. Okay, because what is key? What is pillar number 1? Swimming is key. Excellent. Starting to make some sense to people. Because that would be the specific one that we do. For those of you who don't understand what that symbol is, it's someone swimming from Canva, okay? Does that make sense to everybody here? Does that process make sense? Okay? Any questions on that so far? Or is it all just a bit too blow my brains? Still with me? Good, good. All right, let's take a break because this will be our dry land warm-up stuff and we'll go into that in a second. So let's take a break. You can go outside for like 5 to 10 minutes and shake it out and, you know, not listen to me for 5 to 10 minutes. And then we'll come back in and we'll go through dry land warm-ups because this is something that you'll actually be able to do every single day because I understand a lot of that you won't be able to do because you don't have access to a gym, you don't have access to someone like me, and you don't have access to any of that kind of availability or programming, okay? So this is, the next presentation is how we're actually going to be able to do that in your day-to-day training sessions. Okay, go have a break.
go for a run.